This is ABC 7 News at 6, live on the road in Dexter. Presented by...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ABC 7 News at 6, live on the road here in Dexter. We are here in anticipation of their famous Red Hot Dog Festival. You can see a lot of setup going on behind me, including some food trucks and the big old tent that's going to house all of our feature food here. We're going to have more on the festival and what else is going on in Dexter a little bit later on in the show. But of course, first we start with our major headlines today. First tonight, an investigation by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH, has published new findings regarding a federal investigation and the fatal explosion at Robbins Lumber Mill in Searsmont. Now, again, that investigation put on by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, published today, finds that the response to the initial fire in a mill silo, quote, unintentionally caused its explosion. NIOSH says facility employees and firefighters both were not aware that the silo was an oxygen-limiting structure. That report says they were not aware it presented a combustion hazard, and crews thought the fire was under control when the explosion occurred. That explosion caused one immediate firefighter's death, 2 subsequent deaths, and over a dozen critical injuries. The local fire departments responded to that initial blaze were mostly volunteers, and according to NIOSH, were used to fires at conventional silos and not oxygen-limiting ones. NIOSH says more training around silo risks could have been helpful in this incident. However, they stress that firefighters did not know the risks they were dealing with. The town of Searsmont released a statement on social media where they say it's important to keep in mind the hard work these first responders went through and to not assign blame around this incident. And we'll have more of that statement coming on in our later broadcast, and a link to that full report is available on our website. Well, with summer in full swing, more people are certainly spending time outdoors, ourselves included, and animals are highly active and on the move. Now, sometimes that movement puts them on an accidental crash course with humans, including in our own homes. And with summer in full swing, health officials are urging residents to stay alert for animals, especially that may be carrying rabies. Our Alex Schley has more.
So far in 2026, 15 animals in Maine have tested positive for rabies. Human cases of rabies are extremely rare.
The last case of human rabies in Maine was 1937.
Still, health officials say if contracted, it's nearly always deadly.
Once you start having symptoms, it's too late, and the disease is invariably fatal.
While rabies is most commonly found in wildlife, veterinarians say the virus is present in a number of animals across Maine.
Most of the wildlife is the ones we're most concerned with. Bats are, of course, top of the list. Raccoons, skunks, feral cats, dogs, and domestic cats also.
Experts also say the warning signs can vary.
So especially our nocturnal animals, if we're talking about skunks, bats especially, if you see one out in the day that is either acting incredibly erratic, or the other form of rabies is the dumb form of rabies where they aren't moving or really unreactive.
If you have any contact with an animal that could have rabies, health officials say to err on the side of caution.
The nice thing is, if you've been exposed, you've got time. You've got, it takes, days to maybe over a week before you're going to start seeing symptoms.
It's another reason to be safe rather than sorry and get shots. Experts also stress the importance of keeping pets up to date on their rabies vaccinations.
Especially since bats can get into houses so easily through tiny cracks, tiny gaps in doors, windows. Even your indoor animals ought to be vaccinated because of the potential risk for bat exposure.
If you do encounter an animal that's presenting rabies-like symptoms or have close contact with a bat, officials say to contact Animal Control and the Center for Disease Control. In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, a teen from Brewer donated over 800 backpacks to achieve her goal of helping her fellow students get ready for school, and our Sam Miller has her story.
For the past 9 years, 15-year-old Ava Burke of Brewer has donated backpacks to Penguins' We've Got Your Back program. Burke started when she was 6 years old, and instead of asking for presents, she wanted to make a difference.
I figured why not give back to other kids who really need things and help them go back to school confident.
With the aid of friends, businesses, and locals, Burke and her family collected and donated over 625 backpacks to the program on Friday, which provides school supplies for students in need throughout Penobscot, Knox, and Piscataquis counties. Burke says the excitement she sees from the community is what makes her work worth every second.
I was here last year actually handing out the backpacks when the kids came in, and it feels so great just to see them and the impact this has.
Burke will continue to donate moving forward and has a goal this year of donating 1,000 backpacks total. Community Relations Manager Renee Muscatel has been with Penquist for 17 years and highlighted how important it is for kids to know that people like Ava care about their needs.
Families who come here, it means so much to them. And the kids know that someone cares about their education, and we've invested in their education. And I think that's really important for young people to know that they're cared for and their education matters. And Ava is right behind that effort, making sure these are high quality backpacks that every kid can have.
You can help contribute to the program at www.givebackpacks.org/donate. In Bangor, Sam Miller, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, starting as of New Year's Day 2027, Colorado-based Motive Care will serve as the exclusive non-emergency transportation provider for Maine Care members. Our Doug Banks reports.
The Maine Supreme Judicial Court has affirmed the state's 2023 decision to award Motive Care with non-emergency transportation services for Maine Care members. The Colorado-based company was awarded the 10-year, $750 million contract in 2023 by the Maine Department of Health and Human Services to provide those services for Regions 2, 3, 4, and 8, effectively making them the statewide provider, since they already cover Regions 1, 5, 6, and 7.
We're obviously excited. We've been in Maine for 13 years now.
The local social services nonprofit Penquist Cap appealed that 2023 decision, and they were backed by state lawmakers.
The issue had all along been that there was not enough public input, public accountability, transparency in how this contract was awarded.
In August of last year, Motive Care filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
That's been resolved. We emerged from bankruptcy December 29th, 2025.
On Tuesday, Maine's highest court upheld the findings of a lower court and rejected Penquist's appeal.
Well, I think the court's decision is basically they feel this is a political issue and not a legal one.
The nonprofit's president said they'll, quote, abide by the decision, end quote, and they'll continue to provide those services until December 31st.
They actually are the people that provide transportation to and from. We're coming in to do our part, which is actually manage the program. And it's our intent to continue to work with them.
Further information for Maine Care members utilizing Penquist for non-emergency transportation services can go to our website. Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, it is toasty and humid out here as folks get ready behind me, setting up for the Red Hot Dog Festival. Let's get a first check of our forecast and see what's coming for the rest of the night.
Tonight's first weather is brought to you by Quality Automotive in Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Call us 922-2043. Taking a look at the temperatures out there from today. It was another roasty day out there with temperatures back in the upper 80s and low 90s. Here in town, we are sitting at 92 for our high temperature today. Fortunately for us, after today, cooler temperatures are on the way, starting with tomorrow, heading into this weekend. Now, we do have a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms making their way through the state now, but we have a better chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow morning. This is at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We have some showers and thunderstorms bringing us some much needed rainfall, and then we will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms for the rest of the day on Saturday into Sunday as well. For tonight, temperatures falling into the low 70s.
All right, Anna, thank you so much. Folks, just ahead, I'll be speaking with Dexter's town manager about the significance of the Red Hot Dog Festival. Stay with us.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Dexter, is brought to you by Comfort Shoes, offering a wide selection of casual, work, and athletic styles, alongside custom orthotics and specialty shoes. Rove's Bike in Orono. We offer a full range of bicycles, as well as maintenance, repairs, and apparel. Kings Mountain RC. Find everything you need for your remote control vehicles at our Harvey store in Brewer.
Bob's Discount is about to go even further. The Massachusetts sales tax holiday is officially the weekend of August 8th and 9th, but you can pre-select right now at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Oh, my Bob! Bob's Discount Furniture.
Disturbing news about threats of violence against women. Is it Graham Plattner again? No, it's Troy Jackson. When a female legislator disagreed with Jackson, he threw a water bottle at her in anger. The woman was deeply frightened. Jackson was known for bullying, and his screaming felt like intentional intimidation. His brash conduct with women raised alarm bells about his temperament. Troy Jackson, another phony we can't trust. Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Be back in a bit. Try not to burn the house down.
Well, guess it's a good thing we got AAA.
Even if the sky is falling, AAA Home and Auto Insurance has you covered. AAA, we're always with you.
Experience matters. After a devastating attack, she led the way forward, enacting historic bipartisan reforms that made us safer. Susan saved 250,000 Maine jobs. She protects access to quality health care. And she delivered the Social Security Fairness Act, boosting the incomes of 25,000 Maine retirees. America's most bipartisan senator, always working for Maine.
I'm Susan Collins, and I've approved this message.
Taylor Events and Equipment Rental in Bangor for all your wedding and events, tents, tables, chairs, and more. Also see us for your home project equipment rentals. Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back in, everyone. I'm joined by Francis King, who is Dexter's town manager. Thank you for joining us. This is an exciting day.
Very exciting, but it's a lot of work. Today's the work day, tomorrow's the fun day.
Yeah, no wonder you're breaking a sweat in addition to the toasty weather.
It is. It's been hot all day, but it's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to see our volunteers working and stuff. It's been great.
Yeah, it's definitely a unifying experience, and you, of course, are representing wonderfully the festival that folks are about to enjoy. So tell us about the Red Hot Dog Festival.
Well, we've been doing it around 10 years now. We started doing it just for a fundraiser, so we can get for the Dexter Development Association to try to get some extra money into town and do stuff with that money.
Okay.
So it's been going good. We've done really well. It seems like it gets bigger every year.
Which is a good thing.
Yes, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
So yes.
What can folks expect other than
This
the
attire?
obvious? Yes, right. More hot dog t-shirts than you've ever seen.
It's like a food festival here too. We got lots of food. It's not just hot dogs. Lots of food. We got tons of music. It's a music festival to us. Really, it's a hot dog music festival. So it's a good time. We got a lot of vendors out on the main street, and then back here we have all of our food vendors and stuff. And it's just a good time.
And you said Main Street's going to be completely blocked off, so
Yes.
folks should be aware of that.
Yes.
What time do things get going tomorrow?
We start with the bun run at 7 o'clock, and that means I got to get up at like 5:30. So we do that in the morning. We start at 7. We got 150 participants in that, which is the highest we've ever had.
Okay.
It's a 3.1, so 5K. That starts at 7. Then what happens after they run through town? We have our vendors come in, set up and stuff. So we're running at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
We're selling hot dogs. If you want a hot dog at 9, we probably got a hot dog for you.
That's fair. It seems like the right time to have a hot dog.
Yes,
for
yeah,
breakfast,
go yes,
if you
breakfast
can.
hot dog.
And just tell us, how you folks utilize the funds from this festival. What kind of things do the proceeds enable for the town of Dexter?
Well, we've done a lot of different things. The last few years, been really working hard at our beach, cleaning it up. Redid our bathrooms there. We planted trees, got a tree grant, but just working with that, and then other minor things, helping. Just little things we just help with, and we don't. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough just to get somebody over the edge.
And things that you might not be able to fix or work on had you not held the festival. So it probably kind of alleviates some of the pressure on just town funds. Also.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It does. And we work with the town. So if we get something, we can ask the town for a little bit of help too. And it usually works together. Hey, I'm the town manager and I'm on the DDA, so
that's fair.
It helps.
You have the inside track.
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck. We hope the festival is successful. It's completely free. So
yes.
Come on down and enjoy some great food, not just hot dogs, but make
Yes.
sure you get one of those.
You betcha.
All right, and we wish you good weather and good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks, we'll be right back with your full forecast. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Dexter, is brought to you by Hometown Health Services. Visit their new, exciting community health center in Palmyra for appointments. Also in Dexter and Newport. Berg Activewear in Corinna has celebrated 40 years, offering custom screen printing and embroidery. Lakeshore Restaurant, specializing in the best seafood around. Fresh burgers, pizza, calzones, and don't forget the ice cream.
I went to work in the woods after high school. The harder we worked, the more that the companies took from us. That's why we organized. We made them listen. People are doing everything they can right and still cannot get ahead. Susan Collins keeps telling us everything is just fine. Who has she served? She has served Donald Trump. She has served the billionaires. She has served herself. We are getting screwed, and I'm running to change that.
Government that Works PAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
The right dock should fit your shoreline and make life on the water easier, more rewarding, and more fun. When you choose Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company, you get all that, along with unmatched strength, versatility, and style. Shoremaster's tool-free Infinity Track system makes adding accessories a breeze. Hammond also offers poly-dock floating docks, perfect for deep or fluctuating waters. Transform your waterfront into your personal paradise with a Shoremaster Infinity Dock system or floating poly-dock system from Hammond Lumber Company.
I'm a fifth-generation logger and the son of a public school teacher. A dad who worked 16-hour days, and that still wasn't enough. So when they tried to replace us with foreign labor, I led a blockade of the border. Susan Collins didn't help us then, and she's certainly not helping us now. We're all getting crushed out here. Healthcare, housing, heat. We've got to fight back. We're all hungry for it. Maine is ready for a change. I'm Troy Jackson. I'm running for Senate, and I approve this message.
Hey, Maine, think you're wicked smart? Well, put your knowledge to the test with me, Ken Jennings, on Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7:30 on ABC 7.
This Red Sox run just keeps getting sweeter. Welcome back to the studio, everyone. The Boston Red Sox have won 31 of their last 36 games, and last night may have been the best win of the year. In the game of the year, Boston completed the sweep of the Chicago White Sox as Durbin walked it off in the bottom of the 13th. The Sox faced multiple deficits in regulation and in extras, but they were able to keep crawling back. First down 4-0, then 5-2, and then the Sox just kept answering the call until at 11-11, they took their first lead of the game and won it. That's 8 straight for the Never Say Die Sox. And moving on, the 126th Annual U.S. Amateur Golf Championship tees off this Monday from Marion Golf Club in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. 312 of the world's top amateur golfers will be vying for the coveted title, including former Chevrolet star Mick Madden and Freeport's Eli Spalding, who is getting ready to compete in his 3rd straight U.S. Amateur. Dave Eade has the story.
You know, I really think I can compete, and I know I can play with some of the best amateurs in the world.
It's been quite a summer for the soon-to-be Loyola Junior. Eli captured the Philadelphia Amateur Championship back in June, and then was trying for what would have been a 3rd straight Maine Amateur Championship, but he came up a little short and says the loss was a blessing in disguise.
It's good to lose, and you need to lose to win, because ultimately when you lose, that's where you learn the most about yourself, and you learn the most about how you can get better too.
1 week later, Eli went on to capture his 2nd straight New England Amateur Championship, something that hadn't been done in 22 years. And now he's hoping to cap off the summer with another victory, which would be his biggest one yet.
It'd be life-changing. The winner gets an exemption into the U.S. Amateur, the U.S. Open, the Masters, and you know, it changes your life. It's like winning. It's like America's 5th major, you know. So it's a really big deal.
That is all the time we have for sports. Here is your full 5-day forecast.
Well, today was another hot and humid day out there. Temperatures in the upper 80s, but many of us were in the low 90s. Here in town, we had 92 degrees. Now, if you're not a fan of the heat, fortunately, cooler temperatures are on the way. Starting with tomorrow, heading into this weekend, we are going to be seeing much cooler temperatures than we had today. Average high this time of year is 81 degrees tomorrow. Look at that. 82 degrees out there by Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We are back in the mid-80s before cooler temperatures right around average later next week, about a week from now. Now, not only have we been dealing with the heat today, also, it is very humid out there. This is air you can wear. You will step outside and you will feel the heat. It is hot and humid. So that's why we had heat indexes today over 95 degrees. Now, we also have a couple chances for showers and thunderstorms the next couple of days. This is what radar looks like. We have a couple of showers making their way through right now. However, we do have a system on the way bringing us some showers and thunderstorms. This is for later tonight. We're going to see clouds increasing. Tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., you can see a band of showers and thunderstorms making their way into the state and through the state, lasting through much of the morning. Then we can see some scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Another chance for showers and thunderstorms scattered on Sunday afternoon. We do need the rainfall. This is our drought map. This was put out yesterday, so we could definitely use some much needed rainfall. For tonight, temperatures not so low, right about 69 degrees. Many of us will be in the upper 60s to low 70s with mostly cloudy skies and a slight breeze from the southwest, about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, temperatures in the low 80s with showers and thunderstorms on the way, with a light breeze as well. Taking a look at your extended forecast, we do have a few chances for showers and thunderstorms the next couple of days. Starting with tomorrow, temperatures do climb once again on Sunday with another chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Both of these days do have the opportunity to be strong showers and thunderstorms. By Monday, we dry out once again. Temperatures still in the upper 80s. Tuesday, we cool back down just a bit into the mid-80s with a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms. By next Wednesday, we are right back near average with lots of sunshine and temperatures in the low 80s.
Thank you so much, Anna, and we will be right back from Dexter after the break.
Ready, set, summer with the Honda Summer Event from the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
Mainers work hard. Our leaders should too. Like Senator Susan Collins, who just cast her 10,000th vote.
The first senator in U.S. history to reach that mark without ever missing a vote.
Collins worked with Democrats to keep the Gulf of Maine open for our fishermen, kept our shipbuilders on the job with new funding, and Collins expanded health care for rural Mainers. No drama, just hard work and results. Call. Ask Senator Collins to keep working hard for Mainers.
The best decision I ever made was to jump in with 2 feet into healthcare. It fills my outside life, not just my career. It fills my heart, you know? I was interested in surgical technology and working in the OR because there's a little mystique behind it. You make very meaningful relationships with people. You're in situations that can be high stress, but you're all there together and you're there for the betterment of this particular person that's there. And to be on the forefront of all of that, I think it's absolutely amazing.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow.
The quickest turnaround in the business, the Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
30 years living that Washington, D.C. lifestyle. That'll change a person. Getting rich from insider stock trading should be illegal. But Susan Collins doesn't think so. Susan Collins wants to keep it so senators can play the stock market, make millions of dollars doing it. Why we struggle to pay for gas, groceries, health insurance, the basics. For them to get all that money, why we're paying more, it's not right. It's not right. Tell Susan Collins to stop this congressional stock trade.
Ready, set, summer with the Honda Summer Event from the 2026 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your local Honda dealer while the offers last.
Welcome back. The streets here in Dexter are anticipated to be lined with visitors during the Red Hot Dog Festival, meaning local businesses will also likely see a bump in foot traffic as well. Now, according to organizers, many businesses will be open the day of the festival, which is tomorrow, or plan to set up booths outside at the festival. The team at Ace Hardware on Main Street says they don't anticipate selling too many tools during the festival, but they are looking forward to the burst in downtown activity.
We get here, I'm usually here about 5:36 in the morning, and there's people from every state on the East Coast packed out back for the running events, and it lasts all day. So it's very community orientated, a lot of events, wood carving. There's quite a bit to do. There's a lot of people that show up for the event. It's really big.
Well, locals share that the loss of the Dexter Shoe Company in the early 2000s left a major mark on the business community here. However, the festival has helped to increase foot traffic as well as boost the community's morale. And finally tonight, small town spirit is definitely alive and well here in Dexter, and community members say it's evident in the latest revitalization efforts from the Dexter Development Association. And our Grace Blanchard has more on that.
Within the last decade, Dexter has become known as the home of the Maine Red Hot Dog Festival.
A lot of locals love it just because they do work reunions around it, whether class reunions, family reunions. They just love to gather for the festival because it's such a fun time.
The festival was started in 2016 as a way to help energize the community and transform it into a destination.
Just working on this festival and doing what I do, it's really given me a much better appreciation for the town and the potential that it has.
That potential is being brought to life through efforts by the Dexter Development Association.
This is the most valuable piece of land in Dexter, and it was completely underutilized.
Funding from the festival has fueled a major overhaul of the town beach, which in the last few years has been transformed into a recreation area.
Now, everyone has access to the lake, not just people that can afford camps, which is nice.
They've just made it so family friendly. Every time I come by or come here, the parking lot is packed. People are using it every day.
The association also helped kick off the campaign to install lights on the high school football field, which through a national T-Mobile contest and community support raised $250,000.
It really does show how much they love and care about not only the school system, their students, but their town and community, and want it to be the best it can be.
The community hopes these efforts and the renewed energy will attract more families to live and work in the town.
I think people that drive through town and see everything that we're doing, it really shows how much pride we have in our community.
In Dexter, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And they have quite a lot to be proud of here in Dexter. Here's hoping the festival is a rousing success. And that is going to do it for us from our ABC 7 News at 6 live on the road show here in Dexter. Take care and have a great rest of your night.
tonight. The growing concern over America's depleted missile stockpile. Does this make the U.S. more vulnerable? Plus, the talks to open the Strait of Hormuz and Iran's potential demands on the U.S. World News Tonight with David Muir is the #1 newscast in America.
People ask me all the time, does Lowry & Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Troy Jackson bragged about being one of Graham Plattner's earliest supporters. When the news of Plattner's Nazi tattoo came out, Jackson stood with Plattner. When Plattner blamed women for getting raped because they get drunk, Jackson stood by Plattner. And when the media reported Plattner was violent toward women, Jackson stood again with Plattner.
I want to say thank you very much to Troy.
Don't be fooled by Troy Jackson. He's another phony we can't trust. Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
New information has been released by federal investigators regarding the fatal explosion at Robbins Lumber Mill in Searsmont that happened back in May. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Doug Banks. An investigation by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH, published today finds that the response to the initial fire in a mill silo, quote, unintentionally caused, end quote, its explosion. NIOSH says the facility employees and firefighters both were not aware that the silo was an oxygen-limiting structure. The report says they were not aware it presented a combustion hazard, and crews thought the fire was under control when the explosion occurred. The explosion caused 1 immediate firefighter death, 2 later deaths, and over 8 dozen critical injuries. The local fire departments responding to that initial blaze were mostly volunteers, and according to NIOSH,